Hello everyone, anomalousDucky here, and today I'm going to show you how to play as the Republic of Kazakhstan in ROBLOX Rise of Nations. Before we start, please keep in mind that these guides are focusing on public or full servers and not private ones. If you just got a private server by yourself, you wouldn't have to worry about anything, and everything that I'm about to say would just be pointless. Anyways, let's get into the video. Kazakhstan is a lesser played country in Rise of Nations, but I hope this video can change that, as it is really a fun country to play as. For one, they have some of the most natural resources of any country in the entire game. Not even big countries like China or Russia can compare to the amount of tungsten and oil Kazakhstan starts out with. Saudi Arabia does beat you in oil, but you'd imagine that anyways. Still though, it appears at the top of the list for most resources in the trading tab. Because of your rich natural resources, you will quickly become a trading hub for other players. I recommend accept as many trades as possible so you can get a bunch of profit and improve your economy so you can purchase soldiers and recruitment centers. You will want to get to limited conscription as fast as you can, so make sure to keep that in mind while playing. I'd also suggest heading over to the military tab and choosing the specialization and strategic bombing doctrines as quickly as you can. As for ideologies, it's up to you. If you need more income and are in deficit, you will want to go liberalism and democratic. If you want more production and manpower gain, you should go socialist or nationalist. Personally, I found myself going socialist or nationalist in the early game so I can expand quicker and then go down a democratic path in the very late stages of the game so I can get enough money to support my massive armies. Diplomacy-wise, your first diplomatic order should be to justify a war goal against Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan. But invade Kyrgyzstan before you invade Uzbekistan, as Uzbekistan starts out with 50,000 troops instead of 20,000 like Kyrgyzstan. You will want to justify war goals on the neighboring stands as quick as possible, as you will desperately need as much manpower as you can get early game. Playing as Kazakhstan requires you to expand really fast, as two superpowers border you, Russia and China, with the main threat being Russia. If for some reason the Russian player either doesn't know what he's doing or doesn't want to form the Soviet Union for some reason, then you're pretty much safe there. China is still a threat either way, as if the Chinese player wants your resources really badly, they will invade you. I've joined a lot of servers that have one player in our 2033 where Kazakhstan's already annexed by China or Russia. If Russia is actually a competent player, chances are you will be the first country he justifies a war goal on. As soon as the game starts, you need to make friends and fast. It mostly comes down to luck at this point, as the people you ally don't have to join the war, as they can just white peace anyways and get out of it. But hopefully they will either stay loyal to you, or Russia will be scared to see that you're allied with the United States. Making allies shouldn't be that big of an issue, as it really just depends on the type of player. I, personally, accept as many ally requests as I can. If you can't find good allies or anything of the sorts, you might want to server hop until you get lucky and find a not so great Russian player. Fortunately, I don't think that issue will arise very often. Oh, and by the way, Russia is able to justify a war goal on you in the very early stages of the game, which makes playing Kazakhstan rather challenging. If Russia declares war on you this early, and your allies can't help you, then you have zero chance. If Russia begins to intimidate you, there's not much you can do if you don't have good allies. Russia can easily beat you, as this game is pretty unbalanced at times, I'll admit, but you can hold them off if you protect your capital with high-level artillery divisions. I once destroyed Russia, and he was forced to white peace me, as me and my friends beat him. And it was an early game too, so we weren't even that strong compared to him. We were really lucky that time around, but other people might not find themselves so lucky. Speaking of friends, if you want to play as Kazakhstan, I'd advise you bring a friend to play with you. If your friend has played the game for a long time and can be China or India, they should pick it, as it will make you a force to be reckoned with. If not, Pakistan, Turkey, and even Iran are really good alternatives. Back to the diplomacy tab, you want to annex Kyrgyzstan first, then Uzbekistan, and then justify war goals in Tajikistan and Turkmenistan as quick as you can. Additionally, you can try and get Mongolia, but you might not make it in time, as China will usually eat them up first, so they will get mad at you and declare war over it since they need it from the Qing dynasty. If you are a role player or have really good diplomacy roleplays with people, you can offer a deal to China where you will annex Mongolia first and promise to give it back to them after you form the Turkic Khaganate. Forming an empire or new nation automatically integrates every city of your country, so you will instantly be able to cede Mongolia to China once you form the Khaganate. Tajikistan and Turkmenistan should not be a problem at all, as they are both very elite compared to you at this stage. After you annex them, form the Central Asian Union before you get unstable and the stands begin to declare independence from you. If you manage to obtain Mongolia, you can also form the Turkic Khaganate for even more stability. As for research, I usually upgrade infantry and research speed as quick as I can. I'd also go for economic focuses if you are having trouble with deficits. By the way, here's a tip you should apply to every country you play as, not just Kazakhstan. Zoom out, hold control, and drag your cursor across your country and let go to select all the cities. If you have enough money to, press buildings and then press build recruitment centers. This will greatly increase your manpower gain and is extremely helpful for any country. As for conquest, this is pretty much where Kazakhstan halts. You will slow down a lot after taking out the stands, but you can also go after Afghanistan, Iran, or Pakistan if they are not already annexed or being played by your friend. Additionally, you can sail across the Black Sea and take out Azerbaijan, Georgia, and Armenia. Be careful though, Russia might have already annexed them by the time you get to it, or they will get mad at you for taking them over. However, if you have friends and good allies bordering Russia, you should not have to worry about them at this point. You can continue to expand your colonial empire, but your choices might be limited depending on how many players are in the game or how much land has already been conquered. That's about all I have to say for Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is an extremely fun nation to play as you barely have to worry about managing your resources as you have such a plentiful amount of them. And the early game is also super quick as you must act fast to succeed in the world of Rise of Nations. Like I said at the start of this video, I hope more people try and play Kazakhstan in the future because of this video, because, again, it is a really fun country to play as.